before me who was a tweaker, who used to go out and was the drug dealer finder. He was a meth dealer and a drug dealer. Okay, after they broke up, I came into the scene. She didn't tell me any of the shit that was going on. She said, these are my friends. These are just my old friends. These are my fellows. Oh, I'm a tomboy. No, you're a whore. Sorry to say it, but you're a whore. There's no other way to put it. A harlot. Be polite. Let me be polite. As a harlot. Okay? Look, I'm not trying to be gross or anything else like that, but like when I got there, a woman has a vagina. Okay? And it's supposed to match a man's penis. We're having the birds and the bees right now. Okay? This glove. Okay? When I got there, the thing was as fucking big as a parachute. Whore. I hate to say it, kid, but your mother was a whore. Okay? Big black dude, green, we'll call him Green, okay? We'll call him Green. He didn't even want to meet me because he still liked it, was hung up on her, stuff like that. Like 10 dudes, dude. Just 10 dudes in local employment. Everybody except for the big fat slug Jabba the Hutt motherfucker who called himself Capos. It's just basically a kind of way of going around saying his name, okay? So, it's different, so you're not kind of getting anyone in trouble for talking about people specifically by name. You know what I mean? People can get real edgy about that, testy about that kind of subject matter. Okay? That fat fuck didn't ever get a chance to have sex with your mother. Okay? Pissed him off about it. Because he sold all the drugs, and he kept driving her around. She was a passenger in his car because he was selling drugs, and for her, it was fucking free. And since he wanted to have sex with her, hey, she gets free drugs and free rides, and she doesn't even have to fuck the guy. Okay? She was a gold digger. That's what that's called. I don't know what they call it today. Alright? But it's like, if you're going to be a gold digger, at least go for better. You know what I mean? If you're going to rob a store, are you really going to go to a thrift market? Or are you going to go to Saks Fifth Avenue? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's your thing, but I don't know, man. I'm the man. I have to work. You know what I mean? I gotta be the one that's producing it. Which is, again, like I'm saying, look, I'm not, saying that women shouldn't work. Okay, fine. Okay, but if a woman is working the man's job, the man is no longer able to work that job. If the man is no longer able to work that job, then the man can no longer support his family. If the man doesn't support his family, he's labeled as a deadbeat and a loser. Okay? Deadbeat dads is what they call it. But if the woman doesn't work, she can get free shit, and that's just standard. Actually, the guy's an asshole, pardon my language, but the guy's an asshole if he doesn't give her everything. That's why she would get pissed at me, because I really didn't like spending $500 a day on her fucking drugs, and then having to spend another $100 a day for me to get to work, and then having to go and spend another $300 for fucking all of her fucking expenses, and then having to get all the fucking goddamn going out for fucking dinner, and then the movie rentals, and then whatever other fucking goddamn fucking trinket crap she wanted to buy for that day. It was like $1,000 a day to live with that fucking bitch. Okay, pardon my language, that woman. Honestly, I can't even call her a woman. Look, I'm not trying to jock junk about your mother, but a man was created in God's image to resemble him, okay? And he created woman as man's helpmeet, okay? That man should not be alone. Now, or he thought it not right that man be alone, so he created woman as his helpmeet, okay? Such gave Eve, all right? So, a man is a male that believes in God, okay? A woman is a female that believes in God. But your mother doesn't believe in God. So I had to drop the Christianity stuff, right? Like here, okay, I've been waiting to, the cross actually is really kind of falling off here, but a lot of times when you see me looking down here, it's like, it's worn off to the point where the crucifix is falling off here. Try and put it back into, I gotta re-glue it at some point, but okay, like here's my crucifix. Okay, it's white gold and is half. The crucifix has worn to all the gold is the silver. The crucifix, the cross, is silver, and the crucifix in the middle of it was white gold. Okay, these earrings. Okay, you see on the top here. okay, my son, or these you used to play with as I was feeding you your bottle because your mother didn't know how to breastfeed. I had to teach her how to breastfeed you and teach her how to feed you. I had to teach her how to do everything. It's like, I raised my little brother because my mother was a fucking hippie. She was in the SDS. She was a fucking Antifa type, okay? So basically, once I could walk by myself, I was like living what they call a latchkey child, where you have to wear a key around your keychain and you have to let yourself in from school because parents are never home. Okay, but these little earrings used to kind of fiddle on my ear, stuff like that. This one right here, this ring has got a spindle. Okay, this was essentially like the wedding band that I had when I was with you and your mother. We actually got this at a little downtown festival, kind of like again, kind of like the open, like they do not farmers markets, but they do little street festivals in the downtown quarters. Here's another ring of mine. Is my marriage, and is a marriage to God. It's kind of got a crucifix in there that's kind of removed, it slides through. And it's kind of, again, it's two different pieces. There's a silver piece and then there's a white gold piece. Okay, and but the reason that they're on the actual the necklace, the shoelace, that this was my necklace, okay, is because after your mother canceled me, okay, or whatever you guys want to call it right now, I lost 150 fucking pounds. My finger won't fit here. Well, I've got them on a thing right now, but okay, it with the stuff through it, it comes through. I can pull it off. This one's got a thing, but okay, I tied the rope to it, and so it's kind of catching on my flesh. Okay, but if I walk down the street with these, my fingers are too thin now. They fall right off. If I walk down the street, just walking down the road, fling, falls right off. It falls right off. I can't do that. I've been waiting to give these to you, for 20 years. But what can I do? You know what I mean? She kidnapped you. That's what she did. Let me come back to that one. Talk about kidnapping. Like, when I say kidnapping, it's not napping like where you're doing flint napping, it's not N-A-P-P-I-N-G, because that's, again, people, they don't fucking have educations, and so they don't know their Latin, and they go, oh, napping, kidnapping, and like, it's like, napping is when you have a stone, you want to make think of, Homo habilis, okay, or Homo erectus. We're Homo sapien sapien, okay, but an early proto Homo sapien, okay, makes an arrowhead for an arrow, right? Throw and release, okay, and they want to make it out of stone. So you take one stone, you take another one, realizing that nothing is solid, it's a bunch of little BBs, and you're going to take it and you're going to hit it at an angle, right? Top down. If you look at a bullet that goes through a window, it's going to leave like a little cone shape in the window. As a bullet goes through a window, it's not going to shatter the window, but if it's bulletproof, it might not. Willy Wonka that, but as a bullet goes through, it's going to knock out a piece of the glass if it doesn't shatter the glass. That little piece will always be in a cone. 4 pi RH square radians, 4 pi RH square radians over 3, a cone. Okay, try and remember a formula off the top of my head here. It's been a while. 4 pi RH square radians over 3, I think, something like that. It's been a while. But anyway, like, walk down the street and tell me your, memorize your VIN number on your car or some shit. The hell's it talking about? Oh, again, 1,000 conversations happening at once here. Like, one tape, 3 hours and 25 minutes, 3 minutes. We're going to get into that one. I'm going to have to cut this up in a little 15-minute sections, and I'm going to have to open up a email account. I'm going to have a smoke here for a second, so as I'm talking, I'm also going to need to get some more toilet paper because I'm snot ragged out. That one, I emptied the roll. But, like, yeah, I've got lung cancer, so it's kind of like I've got just fucking bags of fucking snot rags, dude. And I'm not a fucking wanker. I'm not up here fucking masturbating. I got a cough, and I got a cough up tar, and all kinds of just cancer shit. And it, like, I can't spit on my floor, on the carpet, you know what I mean? That's just like, what you doing, Hold on. So, I didn't clear out I dumped it out, but I don't think I cleared it out. I'm sorry. Alright, so, the hell's I talking about? Your great-great-grandmother, my great-grandmother, my mother's grandmother, my grandmother's mother, okay? Your great-great-grandmother died. At the time, now, after she found this dude, and she was going to take off with you to wherever you are now, wherever it is that you are on this planet, that's where she took you. Kidnapping. Okay? Woman, you know damn well that my great-grandmother's house was the Midway station. And when you canceled my fucking career, I'm sorry to say this, but I gotta say this, okay? I had to come up with another one. She came down, I'm gonna tell you right now, I told you I'd tell him everything. She came down screaming at the car because I had to get a new girlfriend. I talk about San Diego, I talk about going to La Jolla, because I had to go to Jason's house. Because Dr. X and Professor Y still wanted me to come to the party at Jason's house. He actually wanted me to come out and move in. Do you understand what I mean? So I could basically become like a resident. You know what I mean? A tenant. Okay, we're talking about parties at Jason's house. I was being invited to Jason's house. Okay? People don't know who Jason is. Okay? And I can't tell you. That's the problem. And I told her that, but that wasn't good enough for her. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Well, she killed my job at NASA, okay, at NASA, because she kept leaving voicemails at work about coming up for fucking baby food. Oh, we're out of baby food. Out of baby food? I just bought 12 pallets yesterday. How you out of baby food? Well, out of baby food because she wasn't out of baby food. She wants to get cannabis. She wants to get drugs. She wants to get some weed. Well, fucking get some weed. I'm working here. I'm doing some big business, and everything's monitored. Okay? And so that's why Dr. X comes to me. Because he got word from Professor Y, from way down there, that they want me to join the crew. Do you understand? You probably don't. Professor Y wanted me to move into Jason's house. Okay? Put it like that. So I don't have to keep going down to La Jolla every time he has a party. I can just move in. So I'm not just a cameo, you know, a weekend warrior. You know what I mean? And so there's three other people, three of us all together. Okay? And one disadvantage is I had to steal my education because of both of us were white. Okay, we weren't really allowed to go to school. What they call affirmative action. Affirmative action. It's called racism. It's a racist policy. Systemic racism. It's called affirmative action. Affirmative action says that if you're white, no matter what your GPA is and all the success you've had and how hard you work to get to this point, you have to go to the end of the line and wait for every single black person, every single Mexican person, every single East Asian person, every single Indian person. You have to wait for everybody who applied to go into school to go in before you until the line's completely empty. And going just because you're white, because you're male and white, the women get to go in before you as well. So then you have to go wait for. Oh, and you're Christian? You have to wait before all the other non-Christian males to go in to get registered for class. You see how that works? That's called systemic racism. Racism in the system. There's no racism towards black people. There's no racism towards Mexican people. There's no racism towards Indian people, Asian people. I say Oriental people because people, again, they take that word Asian. A person is Asian. A rug is Oriental. No, you dumb fucking idiot. Okay? Asian is a Greek word that goes back to fucking Homer, okay, in ancient Greece, okay, the Trojan War, when Asua, Asia, is land of the rising sun. Anatolia, land of the rising sun. Asia, okay? Asia was, think of Greece, okay?